Bloody hell, I've got to say, that's, yeah, Mason. Shit.
Yeah, pulling it out of the bag.
And skip. Well, the conditions look threatening here for race day of the TNC GP3 Championship.
Ooh, yes.
And we saw an interesting qualifying with XNZ Pro taking his first pole position for the Trans Nation Challenge and Red Bull's first for the season. I'm Brett Keenan. Joining me again is Raver Donkey 96 or Guy Tasker. We probably could expect to see Pure Axel 2121 Alex Little in shortly, later, maybe not. Either way, we've got a race on our hands here, and can XNZ Pro 55 convert pole into the win? The first turn has been catastrophic in the two categories preceding this one.
And yeah, it's a long run down into.
And it was a lot less drivers for both other categories too. So we've got 11 drivers today. So anyway, it is time. We now build to the 5 red lights. Lights out, away we go for the Russian Grand Prix GP3. A decent start by XNZ Pro 55. He's going to lead them off. Banana Josh 1 holds the ground. And look at them all fanning out towards the first turn. Banana Josh is going to fancy himself up the inside. XNZ Pro covers.
Oh, Banana Josh goes to the outside.
He's going to convert.
Oh, there's a bit of a squeeze in there.
Oh, it looks like
there's been a spin.
Unbelievably.
Abs for life.
Yep, so it looks
I
like...
think that's the cleanest
That
turn
is the
one
cleanest
that
start. In fact, as we say that, Banana Josh up the inside of XNZ Pro into turn 4 and gets the job done.
Complex.
Beautiful move there by the Ferrari driver. He's going to lead them off heading into the next series of corners. XNZ Pro is going to keep down second. Naomi 92 retains his third place. Pam has lost the position to Erlang Dang. Looks like everyone, apart from Jonathan Carter, has come out of it reasonably clean.
Impressive driving from the GP3 boys there.
So I wonder what happened to Jonathan Carton there. I wonder. We'll probably find out when we get the team radio later on.
There was a 3 wide at one point. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bit of a squeeze in there.
Speaking of which, don't forget to send me your team radio there. I'll be interested to see and hear what happened. The choice of words.
Oh, it's there's a lot of nothing and then the occasional swear word is to it.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a bit like mine. That's why I'm not using it, because it doesn't make any sense. So anyway, Banana Josh now leading, and Infinite March, yep, so the internet woes continue. But luckily enough for him, the AI has been set to a competitive level so that he shouldn't lose too much ground. So Banana Josh leads from XNZ Pro, Naomi 92. Oh, someone's front wing, I think, just... No, actually, no, someone's just collected the bollard heading into the last turn, so...
Hey. Yeah, it's a bit misleading.
Naomi 92, Erling Dang, PMA, Jordan Dittmer, Big Mike, CAJ, YZKYC, Infinite March, who is disconnected, and Habs for Life makes up the rear. So, interesting, and at the same time, Mason is keeping a good check of that Ferrari, so...
Yeah. Not much to split, only a half a second between Banana Josh and NZ Pro at the moment, so...
And we don't know what the weather is going to hold, so hopefully we'll see a bit of spark in the weather. At the moment, it looks like there are certain areas where the just trying to find here we go. So the tyre choices. So Erlang Dang, PMA, Jordan Dittmer, and CAJ Alt. In fact, as we say that, there was a move there made by CAJ. I think he tried to have a move there on Big Mike and it didn't pay off, but in fact, so 4 drivers on the super soft tyre at the moment. Erlang Dang, PMA and Jordan Dittmer, they're currently holding down 3rd, 4th and 5th. So a one-stop strategy, of course, is evident for this track, but it looks like everyone else is trying to go for the reverse strategy of going slow at the start and then fast at the end.
Yeah, although with the possibility of rain, that could well throw a bit of a spanner in the works, so I wouldn't be surprised.
And it would play into the advantage of the super soft runners. And saying that, actually, here we go, here's a move here. Erlang Dang's fancying a move up the inside of Jordan, of Naomi 92. Beautiful move up the inside of turn 1. Oh, and there's been contact! No, there's contact! Oh, and
into the wall.
Yeah, so... Oh, and another contact, so CAJ and Big Mike have come together as well, so... In fact, hang on.
Turn 1.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I just see a few spots of rain?
I haven't seen any myself yet,
I just could have sworn on board.
you might not be wrong.
Yeah, I just saw. I could have sworn I saw spots of rain on the onboard of Rising K and
Well,
Reno.
judging by the clouds, it wouldn't be surprising.
So Erlang Dang has apparent front wing damage. Naomi 92 has pressed on. I think he might have gotten away with that. See, I think there, and I'm pretty sure that will be looked into. I think Naomi 92 was a bit too aggressive in his defence. He should have given Erlang Dang more space than that.
Yeah.
Although, arguably at the same time, Erlang Dang did kind of push Naomi 92 offline a little bit. So, it's a tough call in this kind of business.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but it's one that I'm sure will be looked at.
And then, yeah, didn't quite see the incident between Big Mike and CAJ. I would almost...
No, that was a...
that was just kind of something that just happened in the background. We just happened to see it.
Yeah, it seems to happen in the same place.
I just wonder, maybe...
So Erlang Dang is coming in, he's gonna change it up.
Yeah, so what...
Not gonna try and stick it out until some rain arrives. So perhaps that is a sign that the rain is a bit further off.
Yeah. And he's going to go onto the soft, so I suppose given the circumstances, going on the soft would be a better strategy now than to pit for ultras, or do another stop on supers and then come in ultras near the end. So the gap is now half a second between Banana Josh and XNZ Pro.
Yeah,
so Mason has shown some really good pace around this track.
Just seem a bit immovable, really.
And they've pulled out a 3.2 second gap over PMA, who's of course on these super soft tyres. And Jordan Dittmer is actually doing a very good job in P4 too. He's copped a bit of slack by his pace, always usually near the back, but he's running actually quite a strong race at the moment. So
yeah, not falling too far back from PMA either at the moment.
So the interesting
thing. 2 Force India's fallen.
So we've got an interesting
thing. Lisa.
Yeah, I just noticed that both the arrows went down as if they were changing position, but yeah, it didn't. It definitely is closer now. It's 4/10 of a second. Just
he got up alongside him, I think. DRS.
See, it's so early in the race, you just don't want to be trying to do anything stupid that can compromise your run. And Mason just getting very cheeky, corner cutting the last turn to try and make it round. He actually lost a couple of tenths there doing that, so he'll have DRS coming into the main straight. Let's see what kind of pace he's running here. So, the Ferrari's definitely got some straight line speed on it.
Locks up, but nothing major.
Yeah, every time I see the onboard camera, I keep thinking I'm seeing spots of rain, but I'm not. What we'll do is actually switch the onboard on Mason's car and have a look. So. So it just seems strange, but either way, yeah. So they've.
I think we can expect some at some point in the race. Personally,
definitely not out of the cards here. Any other battles? Oh yeah, we've got a battle here between Hits for Life and Prix KYC, and Big Mike is also in that battle as well. So Mike will be very upset about what happened at Turn 1 with CAJ, especially given that CAJ is up in P6, pretty much reasonably unaffected by the incident. And I'm sure Erlang Dang will be pretty disappointed too with what happened with Naomi 92. So in Championship land, has Infinite March come back? No, he hasn't. So
no,
he's been disconnected for a while. So yeah, he hasn't come back. So that's unfortunate for him. I suppose he gets so far. He's in the race, but he is going to drop to the last and won't score any points. But I think the stewards are going to look into that and give him an amnesty bonus, so he'll get a point for his problems. So either way, we'll go back to the front. Oh,
NZ Pro's got a good run.
Yep, and he's going to go up the inside.
Left space nicely there.
Yep, Banana Josh did close the door, but he's got the run now, so he's going to go around the outside. Beautiful. Oh, no.
Squeezed him a bit there.
Oh, that could have been so ugly.
Left him just enough space.
But look at this. Look who's joined the party.
Yeah, PMNA's getting.
Oh, here we go. Josh up the inside again. Give him space. And Willingding sets the fastest lap of the race. Now, Josh, you got a... Oh, beautiful move. Actually, that was really good.
Yeah, good move. PMNA's got to run.
Yeah, so PMNA's just... And Mason's getting just a little bit cheeky with his corner cutting, so he's got to be careful with that. He's done it again. Of course, these guys do run on reduced, well, regular corner cutting rules, but technically speaking, he's not making any real ground from it, so I'm not 100% sure why he's doing it. So
no, but he is compromising his exits onto a lot of.
Yeah, well, you saw it yourself when he did the corner cut into the last, no, turn was it? I can't remember now, but he did it that corner cut there, and it really...
Last turn, yeah, it was the last corner.
And it really hurt his run into things, so... Oh, PMNA! Jesus Christ! Really back off there.
Yeah, Banana Josh definitely gets a better drive and better traction out of the last turn.
And actually, someone else is starting to come into this battle too. Look at the distance there, it's a force in there of Jordan Dittmer. So.
Jordan Dittmer. They're very a bit too far back this time.
Right, both
tucks in. It seems like a very composed NZ Pro, one that we haven't seen so far this season.
He's got to be careful though, because he may be a bit composed, but he's still being aggressive in the manner of... Look at that, I mean, he's going to get a penalty. He's going to get a penalty very shortly, and there's no denying that.
Yeah.
He's got to calm down a little bit. Stop taking corners cutting, stop corner cutting to try and gain an advantage, which isn't going to happen. Oh, Banana Josh just got a huge tank slapper.
At the moment there.
And that's quite easy to do, especially around here too. You can lose the race so easily, no matter how easy.
There's a lot of corners that are very tempting for.
So Mason will have DRS, as will PMNA. So who's got the better straight line speed? Oh, Mason's going to fancy a move.
He's going to go for... No, he thinks better of it.
Yep, he's playing the smart game.
Yeah, it's a mature decision there, one that I don't think he'd have made in previous weeks. He would have gone for that move.
So this is the undercut territory here. So this is where you would come and do the undercut. Oh, and he's made a mistake. So
lost it.
So he's made a mistake there, and he's allowed PMNA through. And Banana Josh is actually, so Banana Josh is doing the undercut. So an interesting strategy play here. So what is, if he should know from the practice race that we had on Friday night that going on the softs is not a good idea. So what's he going on to this time? It is the supers. So XNZ Pro. Oh, here we go. Look at this. XNZ Pro up the inside of PMNA. Will he pull it off? Get space.
Oh, not leaving each other much space, but just the right amount of space.
But he's going to do it around the outside again. Can he pull it off? It looks like no. He's going to.
Oh
no! Oh no! They're in the.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that. Oh, now see, I would put that down to. I think, he's hooting on that one, and PMNA's actually just cleared the fence again, trying to go around him. So these two have got, both will have front wing damage, but that looked like to me that I think Mason tried to do the switchback. Yeah,
he did. He switched back to the other side, and I don't think PMNA saw it coming.
No, so.
And just kind of, there wasn't really, the space wasn't left there.
He should have really. I think he should have really kept it where it was, and then braked a bit earlier.
I think personally, I'd probably call it a racing incident, especially since
that one was
NZ Pro hasn't gained out of it. It was just
an innocent mistake, but in doing it, look who's in P2 now, and if PMNA
massively going to help out Banana Josh.
Yep, this will help Banana Josh. So PMNA is staying out. So I can't tell. The thing about the Williams car is that it's very hard to tell when they have front wing damage, because their front wing is black. So it's very hard to pinpoint whether they've got any front wing damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has brought Jordan Dittmer right into the game as well. So XNZ Pro's in. He's going to the softs. That's a bold strategy.
Perhaps not sure of how far those super softs can do. I mean, they can definitely do it to the end from here, though.
Well, I came in,
Tyre wear is
in
so
my
low
race, I
around
came
here.
in lap 7. And by the time I finished the race, my front left was only 40%. So it's not impossible to run the one stop on the super soft from this point. So
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe there is rain coming and he's just making sure that he's got...
I think PMA might have some front wing damage. He seems to be a little bit slow in these corners. Jordan Dittmer is gaining on him.
Let's have a look. Yeah, there looks to be a bit of car instability there. In fact, XNZ Pro's
there's nothing visual, so I'm not sure it's massive different. I'm not sure it's a massive bit of damage, but
let's have a look and see if we can see an onboard. Have a bit of a look. It looks like on the onboard, hard to say.
It looks alright.
Yeah, it looks alright. I think so. Maybe he's just lost a bit of momentum and just trying to get himself back into a rhythm. XNZ Pro is right up now behind Erlingdang, who came in early.
Of course, these leading two are both on the super soft, so they're going to be sticking it out for a while, perhaps until rain or just going for the longer first stint. So
where is Banana Josh? Banana Josh
to...
is 3 seconds behind Naomi 92, so... No, 12 seconds, sorry. So, and here we go. XNZ
there we go.
3-second time penalty. So it's like I said, it was a matter of time before his aggression would come back to bite him.
He needs to keep his head here because he's still got a chance of getting some good points, some very good points.
And Jonathan, or Habs for Life 634 now in after being last for about as long as it can. Infinite March is definitely not come back, so we can assume that he's not coming back in. So it's super softs for the Canadian. So Naomi 92 is 3 seconds behind his teammate, which is a good showing. I mean, when your number one goal in racing is to beat your teammate. So for Jordan Dittmer to be ahead of his championship leading teammate, that's a sign of positivity.
Yeah, I think he's upped his game here this weekend. He's showing driving a good race so far and keeping up with PMA so far.
And of course, we don't know if PMA does have wing damage. He is going to have to change that around. So I think if we go by the order of the, oh yeah, so now he's on the Super Ultra, so he'll be in shortly. But so if we go by the corrected order of state of play at the moment, it will be Banana Josh leading from PMA, then now Jordan Dittmer. But if PMA does have to pit in for a front wing, the order will then become Banana Josh from Jordan Dittmer.
Yeah, it's well, I can't tell if there's front wing damage or not. It doesn't look like it visually. There were just a few corners there where he looked to be a little bit tentative, but it could just be that he lost a bit of confidence or something.
So
struggling with the tyre.
There's a battle now brewing here as XNZ Pro is going to go up the inside of Erlingdang. Ideally the best place to have a go. And yeah, he's still corner cutting through the last turn, so it's not like he's not learning from his mistakes, it looks like.
No. There's nothing to be gained there, so
and once you get the first corner cut penalty, it's so easy to get the next.
Yeah. As we were saying that, Jordan Dittmer so close to DRS range. Ooh, had a bit of a tank
so we got we got some team radio here for Infinite March saying, yep, he's out, he can't get it back on, so he'll be notified about compensation. So either way, at the moment it looks like we've just got a bit of a delay in the feed at the moment, so I'm just hoping that that's not going to compromise the video at any given stage. So yeah, this battle is raging on, and as you say that, actually you do make a good point. So Jordan Dittmer's now just coming within DRS of PMA, so
he might have DRS down here, down the straight.
And if you think about it, right now he's definitely going to come out behind Banana Josh, but as Naomi 92, actually, his teammate now comes in from the race lead, so, well, from third place, so if PMA does have to pit and change his front wing, and Jordan Dittman will come back out on the ultra soft tyre. So
yeah, so you have a chance of catching Banana Josh.
The
so that Naomi 92 is just coming out of the pits now.
Yeah, so the gap between Jordan Dittmer and Banana Josh is 16.7 seconds, and it does look like it's moderating. So, you know, it's always hard. Every time I say it, it always moderates. So
yeah,
it is dropping a little bit, but not rapidly. So the conversion time, if you want to stick to the one-stop strategy, you will pit around lap 17 on the super softs to do a full 10-lap blast on the ultras. And we're still watching this battle here between XNZ Pro 55 and really no budging from either of them. And Rise KYC doing a really good job, reasonable job for his debut in the GP3, holding down P10, so he's going to at least score a point. So,
but one other thing I will point out is Jordan Dittmer has +3 laps of fuel left, whereas the others are all under +1. So he does have the capability to switch the engine up.
Is he running?
He is at the moment. He's running rich.
He is too. So he is. I wonder if he's been holding back to have a crack or. So yeah, this is a real question. PM&A, I could almost imagine, probably does have front wing damage, but doesn't want to compromise his current strategy by coming in early and having to change his tyres. So he's obviously toughing it out, and that it's not exactly hurting him too much. Of course, there is in all honesty, there is a bit of a driving parity difference between both PM&A and Jordan Dittmer. But in saying that, he's controlling the pace quite well. He's controlling the position, and he's not really losing too much time to. Jordan Dittmer's just having a bit of a moment.
Yeah,
it's not
got a bit wobbly,
and it does kind of ruin the next few runs. But yeah, you don't.
Oh, NZ Pro going around the outside. Erlang Danks putting a massive effort there to keep the position.
Yeah, well, the thing about the GP3 and the GP2 is that they can use what we call the corner cut live system, whereas in F1 with the strict corner cut policy, you don't really have a lot of room for error. So at the moment, and I've got to say, I feel for Big Mike. He's just can't seem to get a race in without having some sort of problem. He's hanging back there in P9. I mean, he's still scoring points for the Haas, but yeah, he's just...
Yeah, just...
We know he's got the pace to win.
8 seconds down, 7.5 seconds down on Abs for Life at the moment, so... So,
actually... Oh, interesting. Oh, no, that's Infinite March, so that's Infinite March going a lap down, so... Oh, here we go. Oh, don't...
NZ Pro... Oh, he did well to get out of there.
He's just... I know what it's like when you get stuck behind someone. I mean, when I was up against Noex, he's still good in cutting too. And Naomi 92 does the fastest lap of the race on the super soft tyres of a 38.5. But I know what it's like to be stuck behind someone that you know you're quick against, because it was like me when Noel was having his issue with the wing at the start of the F1. I was right behind him, and I tried not to dive up the inside because...
Yeah, I had having to do the same start with the Joker as well. Had a few laps where I was.
So the battle between Jordan
it's frustrating,
Dittmer,
but you've got to.
Yeah, you just got to keep your head down. You just got to be patient.
Yeah.
So Jordan Dittmer has dropped a bit of time to PM&A. At the moment, it looks like, given the state of play, Banana Josh is going to have quite a nice gap at the.
I do wonder whether we're going to see Jordan Dittmer attempt an undercut.
Let's see. We're on lap 14 of 27, so there's 13 laps to run.
Yeah, it's a little bit long. Yeah, maybe 2 laps. Around, as you say, around that 17 mark. If he came in on 60. I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to push
we've got another battle here developing, and that's between Naomi 92 and CAJ, but CAJ has not made a stop yet, so...
No.
We'll probably see. So we haven't actually seen any of the he's cleared Erlangang, so that's one thing. But now he's got to try and pull 6 seconds.
Yeah, he's gonna have to build up 6-second gaps to end him.
And Erlangang hasn't actually thrown in the towel on that yet, so we'll see how that plays out later on. Banana Josh is now reeled in the time to 11.7 seconds on Jordan Dittmer, and Jordan's now actually starting to kind of drop back a bit, so
yeah, perhaps struggling on those tyres now.
It would pay probably now to jump to the Ultra Softs and try and get a gain, so you can at least jump PM&A and then likely to chase down Banana Josh. And it's pretty much a state of who's going to do what and when. So it's that EZ Pro's now actually pulled himself right up to the back of CHA as well. So in fact, Jordan's just lost a heap of time and PM&A's in. So
and so is Jordan Dittmer.
Yeah, so the strategy looks like it's not.
Ooh, NZ Pro in the second DRS straight. Right, and Jay's gone very deep there, so it's going to be an easy move for NZ Pro in the end.
Yeah, so CAJ hasn't come in yet, so I think he's kind of compromised himself a little bit, but will we see him come in this lap? No, so I don't know what his plan is with that. So Banana Josh now
has the lead, but by how much?
I would say we'll just wait to see when PM&A's now at speed. So it's about
going to be 11, 12, maybe 13 seconds.
Oh, and now
92
has jumped them. He's jumped his teammate, and now he's right on the back of PM&A. So the championship leader, well, he's definitely going to extend his championship lead here, but not very much actually, because I just realised, PM&A sits third equal with Banana Josh. So Banana Josh, with this victory, could actually retake the championship lead heading into Spain. And so the Ferrari really switched on this weekend. Of course, wasn't quite to be in GP2. F1, I think it was a matter of too many penalties for a lot of drivers. It could have been a very different telling tale. But yeah, GP3 Ferrari definitely showing their cards with their new driver.
Yeah, certainly.
Of course, they would have enjoyed to see both drivers in. Not sure what ended up happening with Pro Opa. So
looks like now we've got a group of 4 cars. It's quite close now, really, from about second down to 7th. Really, they're all separated just by that 1 to 2 second mark.
Yeah, so it's 10
The
laps
group
to go.
of cars.
10 laps to go. 9.8 seconds to gap. PM&A has to make a second a lap if he wants to be in for a shot.
He's got his head down. He's going for it. Down to 9.5. And Naomi 92, Jordan Dittmer. You've got to just try and stick with him.
And you got to start actually looking at this. Look at this. I mean, of course, you've got to take into account of the 6 second penalty. Mason's recovered to P5.
Yeah, straight on the soft tyre as well. He's doing himself justice today. He's upped his game.
He's upped his game. He just needs to be less aggressive on the corners and stop. So, he's improved his game. He just needs to stop corner cutting. That's pretty much all the bottom line. CAJ's now just come in, and he's now ahead of Habs for Life. And Big Mike is actually starting to catch Habs for Life, so that's going to be an interesting battle. Of course, these two came together in China, I think it was.
The race director is, let's say, filled with NZ Pro.
Yeah, I thought as much. Is there anyone else in there?
Habs for Life is on 2 warnings. Erlandang is on 1 warning. And yeah, that's about it really.
So there's no confirmation on any like warnings for the collisions that have happened.
There was one warning on lap 3 for CAJ Alt with a collision with Big Mike.
Yep, so that'd be about right. So PMNA's just set the fastest lap of the race for 1:39 flat.
Oh, Jordan Dittmer is having a run at his teammate Naomi 92 here with DRS. Oh, not much space.
Whoa. Okay, so
I think now let him go.
Yeah, so. Oh, I was looking at the wrong car. I thought that was Jordan Dittmer getting on the brakes really, really early there, but PMNA 7.1 seconds. He's going for it.
Yeah, I think Naomi must have just realised he was on the. Jordan was on the faster tyre. No point fighting your teammate too much. Let him.
But when you're in the championship, leader, you don't. Especially when you're so close, only so ahead by so much, you don't want to be giving. Even if it's your teammate, you don't want to be giving away anything.
Yeah, it's true. Although perhaps he's hoping that Jordan Dittmer can catch PMNA and Banana Josh if those two were to start fighting, perhaps.
Yeah, that's true. The gap.
Yeah, interesting. But it's also allowed NZ Pro. Look at that, on a soft tyre. He is almost within a second of Naomi now.
Yeah, but it still goes into play. He needs some part. If he wants to win this race, he has to get past all these cars in the next 9 laps.
He's got to build up that 6-second gap to Erlandang, which he's only got the 2 seconds at the moment, so it's not going to be enough.
He's got plenty of lap. Let's have a look at this fuel. So he's got.
He's running lean.
Yeah, so he's saving fuel. He's trying to make sure that.
Erlandang's got quite a bit as well. But
what's happened?
Still with a lot.
What's happened here? The gap between Banana Josh and PMNA is
4.6.
4.5. What's happened to Banana Josh? Did he make a mistake or something?
I'd imagine so, to lose that much time in one lap.
So both drivers have won a Grand Prix this season. PMNA winning the Australian Grand Prix, Banana Josh winning China. So both looking to become the first back-to-back, multiple winner. We of course had our multiple winner in the F1 with Black Mamba 0113 scoring his second win of the season, and of course we had a new winner in my apologies, people. Oh Christ. I said at the start I wouldn't tell who won the race, and I just said who won the F1. So, whoops.
Oh
well. At least I didn't say F2.
You didn't hear anything.
Yeah, you didn't hear anything. Yeah. I'll put some hypnotic suggestion thing there so that I can erase some memories.
4.1 seconds now the lead.
Yeah, so and it's dropping still by the margin, but Jordan
We're going to be in for
isn't really
interesting fight again.
Yeah, Jordan Dittmer's not.
No,
really...
I think his hope. Yeah, I think his hope is going to be that when PMNA catches Banana Josh, they fight, maybe run each other off the track a bit.
Yeah, I mean.
And then he can come through and pick up the pieces.
So from everyone down, let's see. So we don't have the Joker anymore. The Joker was our third place winner in GP2. So everyone from PMNA down, all looking for that elusive first race win. And of course, our pole sitters for the 3 Grand Prix were the Joker for both China, Australia and Bahrain, and then Infinite PMNA in China, and then of course XNZ Pro adding to that tally pole position, but currently in P5 and
yeah, not quite. Looks like he's kind of stagnated a little bit there, not really getting anywhere.
He's not gaining on now 92, but he's not losing, and he's not gaining time on Erlandang either. So P6.
PMNA is going for it though.
Yeah, 2.5 seconds. So yeah, you can just see him in the shot there as the Ferrari zoomed through into this corner. It's quite a weird corner to have a DRS in, because if you get it, all you have to do is turn the car a little bit too sharply, and the rear just disappears.
It's a fine balance going through there.
Well, I think the whole of Russia in itself is such a fine thing, because both DRSs sit on corners.
Yep.
So So PMA now
Yeah,
within
it's,
1.5 seconds. We said he needed to pull a second a lap and to do it. He's practically pulled in 8 seconds in 3 laps.
What does Banana Josh have left to defend himself here?
Let's have a look. Let's look at his telemetry and find out. He's got... No, he doesn't have anything left to give. He's got absolutely no fuel. So he will need to look after his car because he will not have enough. He definitely does not have enough fuel to finish the race. Whereas PMA is not actually entirely that much better off, but there's still PMA still could at least do
He's
one lap
on
the bridge.
He's within that second now, so he's gonna have DRS.
So this is where Jordan Dittmer will be hoping and praying that these two have an off.
Mm.
And of course, these two cars will contend again in season 2018. Banana Josh stays at Ferrari. PMA goes to Red Bull for season 2018. No, sorry, actually no, I got that wrong. So, here we go.
Oh, it's another time penalty.
Yep.
That
So PMA goes to Red Bull
now.
and Banana Josh will go to Alfa Romeo Sauber. So practically he goes back to where he started. But he was gifted the Ferrari seat for this season. And PMA is now getting very feisty. So what does that put XNZ Pro at? 9 seconds.
Yeah, he's gonna. It'll be. I think it's going to be P6 now. No matter if he gets past now, I can't see. Barring a mistake from Erlandang or now.
Here we go. PMA's now got DRS. Just a little loose coming out of the
No,
fast
Josh
right
goes
hand.
defensive. Right in the middle of the track.
Yeah, Banana Josh has to be a bit careful there because you should only come across the track to defend. You should not come back onto the racing line. So you could see PMA had to get on the brakes a little earlier than what he would have liked. So let's see, have a look at the battle at the moment. So it's 4 tenths between these two, and the gap between PMA and Jordan is not, well, it's now 5.3. So yeah, it's starting to work. So Jordan Dittmer is now starting to capitalise on this battle. Yeah.
So PMA will want to clear this as quickly as he can.
And it's not one of these kind of battles where, actually he's got the run. So
he's got.
Oh no, Jordan! Oh my goodness, Jordan! Banana Josh almost threw himself into the fence to defend himself. PMA makes the move stick. Banana Josh is gonna fight it, but he just won't have the tyre pace to do it. So PMA,
I think he's gonna have to concede.
Yeah, I don't
settle for P2. I think he doesn't want to risk anything in some front wing damage for sure.
Yeah, but this changes the championship picture too because these two are levelled in points.
Yeah. So, well, it's what a fight then. It's the two you want to see up the front then if they're fighting for the championship.
Well, at the moment, if we look at the numbers, so Naomi 92, our championship leader, is in P4. Infinite March, who is second in the championship, is out of the points and out of the race. He will, however, score a compensation point because of the internet issue, so that he'll get 1 point out of that. But if PMA wins, where he is, he's on 37 at the moment, so that would be about 63 points, so he'll definitely jump Naomi 92. And yeah, so PMA will take the championship lead coming out of Russia with this result, and then I think Banana Josh will probably almost level himself with Naomi 92. So a good comeback for both drivers considering their Bahrain Grand Prix, and especially for PMA, his Chinese Grand Prix was below average with the DNF so late into the piece. In fact, it was these two that came together in that Chinese race too. So,
yeah, that's true.
So PMA has actually been able to clear Banana Josh without drama. Oh, and instant sector 1. Who's that? Oh, it's Big Mike. Oh, what's happened there? I wonder. I didn't actually look to see if there was a battle there developing between him and Jonathan Absolute Right. So I don't know if these two have come together.
I don't think there was, judging by the. I had a look at the intervals a lap about, well, half a lap ago, and there were some large gaps back there. So I don't think they would have been fighting.
So I wonder if maybe he got on the acceleration on the curve into the debatable turn 1 on DRS, and it threw him offline. So either way, we're looking at the moment. So the gap now 1.68 seconds. So PM&A definitely had more tyre pace to do. And then Jordan Dittmer 4.8 seconds and gradually catching. So XNZ Pro is now right on the back of Naomi 92, but of course he's not gonna stay where he is, just no matter where he ends up. So see, so what Naomi 92 could do is let XNZ Pro through and then just stay on him.
Yeah, you could quite comfortably do that.
So DRS deployed. Oh, 3.9 seconds now. Jordan Dittmer to Banana Josh.
Could get interesting towards the end.
But this already stands currently as the best result for Jordan Dittmer so far. He's been struck at the back for most of the Grand Prix. Of course, he didn't attend Bahrain as opposed to internet kicking him out before the race began. So this is a good return to form here for Jordan Dittmer, and I'm sure he'll be absolutely thrilled right now with 2 laps to go that he's got P3, potentially P2 on the cards if he can catch Banana Josh in the next 2 laps.
Yeah, I think.
And the gap is dropping, so it's 2.9.
Yeah, there's a good chance he's going to get into DRS range.
So let's have a look at
that last lap.
Let's look at his telemetry. So he's used up all his fuel. So he's on the cusp as well. But Banana Josh is the even worse state. So I don't think he'll have to go into lean. Yeah, he's running lean, so that's why the pace is dropping.
2 laps, 2 seconds.
Now,
seconds.
See, Jordan Dittmer will now need to get out of Rich Mix because he won't make it on the end. Or could he? Actually, I'm not sure. But either way, the gap 1.8 seconds. But so he'll need to drop it down to a standard pretty shortly, or he is going to run out of fuel.
NZ Pro is very close. He's got a good run at Naomi 92, but as you say, we frustrated, I think, NZ Pro because most of those time penalties picked up, he hasn't really benefited from. I think, he's gone down the inside. Slight touch, but he's backed out of it.
So Jordan Dittmer.
He's run into the back and lost some front wing, and that will be.
Jordan Dittmer nearly got himself into DRS range.
Here we go, 1.2. So this is going to be a great fight for P2.
He's still running rich mix too. What about Jordan Dittmer? Banana Josh still running lean, so. I think
Jordan.
I know Jordan switched to standard, so he's.
Yeah, I think he wants to pull himself into that DRS range, and then he can relax on the ridge a bit.
There is a bit of front wing difference there for XNZ Pro, so.
Yeah, he just ran into the back of Naomi, so I think he'll have to resign himself to P6. Still a strong drive from him, actually.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the strongest drives of his career so far.
Yeah. A little bit,
and at least you can take
a little
away.
Bit unfortunate, a little bit impatient with the accident that he had, but at the end of the day, it's actually he'll take the pole, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. The pole position.
It'll be encouraging for future races for him, but 0.6 seconds.
Yeah, but I think it would be more encouraging right now for Jordan Dittmer if he could get past Banana Josh. So the one funny thing about Jordan Dittmer is over the week he's been asking people continuously to have practice races, and I think it is starting to pay off.
Yeah.
So he's in DRS range now, but he won't. The thing about this track, this part, is that I don't think DRS is very effective through this area unless you get the run of a century. So Banana Josh came in lap.
Come around to the last lap.
Banana Josh was the first of these guys to jump. He jumped in on lap 8.
Yeah, so he's on the old super softs.
So
So I think Jordan's best chance is going to be down here.
And of course, it is now the final lap. So if Jordan wants to nail this, he has to do it now. So he has to make this move stick, or if he doesn't,
he's
he
too
has
far
to.
back.
It's a very good close battle, but at the moment, PM&A just looks set to take a second win of his career and the second win of the season.
Tantalisingly close for Jordan Bittmer here. He's so close, but just a little bit too far back to try and move.
Oh, he blocked the brake. Oh, here we go. This could be it. Josh locked the brake coming into
Josh to the compromised exit.
Oh, they've both.
Both run it a bit wide there.
Yeah, both running out of real estate there, but it's getting close. Oh, look at that. Jordan had a really good run through here. Now, this is where it counts. This is where you got to get it.
Second DRS straight, can he do it?
And he got a better run. He got a better run.
Got a good run. He's got the DRS. Got it in rich mix.
Now, I know this sounds weird, but if I was Jordan Bittmer now, I would fire it up the inside. Fire it up the inside. He's going for it, yep.
A bit of lag on our screen.
Oh, but no, it won't be enough. But
it's
either way,
lagging on my screen there.
Yeah, it was lagging a bit there. But either way, we'll return to that fight shortly. But in the meantime, oh no, it looks like Jordan's lost too much time. But either way, PM&A is going to round the last two turns. Around the final turn, PM&A does it again. PM&A wins the Russian Grand Prix GP3 race. Banana Josh is going to hold on to second, but what a brilliant battle that was. Certainly race battle of the day. So P3, 4, and right at the end, XNZ Pro gets another penalty for his efforts. So what a race there. We're going to now switch over to the GP3 chat to see who we can get into contact to, and well, congratulate these drivers, because what a race that was. When it decides to work for me. Yes, please. Well, what can I say? What a race it was for the GP3 Championship. So, Josh, I don't think we're going to be able to get in contact with PM&A unless he joins us in the commentary, but P2 for you, mate. Looked like you had quite the strong pace at the start of the race, but it looks like the strategy just looked to be a bit more in the PM&A's favour.
Yeah.
And of course, then you had the brilliant battle there with Jordan Bittmer at the end. That must have been quite a pressure moment there for you.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, well, thanks for that. Anyway, enjoy the podium.
I haven't even said something yet.
Yeah, well, you haven't been given much of a speech, but anyway, just talk us through the race anyway and explain how everything played out.
Yeah, I was I was pretty bad at sector 3. I thought there's no way I'm pretty good at sector 3. So, for that one to in that moment, PM&A was faster, and I thought there's absolutely no way to catch him up because he's pretty fast. And yeah, luckily I just take over Joker's car and take P2.
Well, it's a good result for you. Jordan, are you able to have a word with us today?
No,
camera shy. Well, either way, we've got to say, Mason, ex-NZ Pro 55, a much stronger showing from you today, and I've got to say we're very impressed by that pole position time, but a little too aggressive when it counted, and a lot of penalties hampered your race.
Due to year, I guess. Some of it was me being stupid. When I had my incident with PM&A, I got, I think, 6 seconds of penalties there because I lost my whole front wing. It cost me my race.
Well, it's a very strong showing and definitely what we wanted to see at the start of the season. So keep that up and keep pressing on hard. Jonathan Carton, while you're here, another pretty disappointing race for you today. It looked like. Can you just? Oh no, actually, it wasn't between you and. Actually, yeah. Can we find out? Did you have any altercation with Big Mike 46385 near the end of the race? Because we did see him have an off.
No, it was always about four seconds, at least 4 seconds in front of him, and then that gap just grew. I have no earthly idea what happened to him.
Well, we've got him in here anyway. So Big Mike, another challenging race for you today. Can you talk to us through about what happened between you and CAJ heading into turn 1?
Well, what happened was I was turning in. I guess I broke way too fucking early, and I mean, it was just my fault.
All right, and then what happened at the debatable turn 1?
What do you mean? What happened at turn 1?
Well, we call it debatable turn 1, which is the fast bend where the DRS begins on the main straight. So, what happened there? Because it looked like you spun or.
No, I didn't spin at all. Period. I mean, I didn't do that till after pretty much the end of the race. To be honest with you.
Oh, okay. So maybe it must have been a lag or spike on our end of the screen. But yeah, so we've had quite an interesting 3 Grand Prix. Guy, do you want to close off with anything?
No, I don't think so. I think it's been an action-packed weekend, hasn't it? I think all 3 GPs providing plenty of drama to see us through.
And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Trans Nation Challenge channel. We will have another broadcast next weekend for the Spanish Grand Prix. Of course, Trans Nation Superstars with the introduction of the new best of team radio. So drivers, don't forget to send your audio files into me later on this afternoon or whatever. But,
oh yeah.
So thanks for watching, guys. And don't forget to tune in again when we head to Spain for round 5 of the Trans Nation Challenge. So this has been Brett Keenan and Guy Tasker signing out.